Little kitty, what day is it? Day 73. Yes, today is day 73 of the year of streaming and learning to code. We left off, we powered through the beginning of JavaScript. So we are 12% of the way through. Out of, I think, technically 8 sections. Again, 9 doesn't really count. That's one of the paid-for features, but we conquered all of the first section. Today's probably going to be a shorter stream. I don't even know if we're going to make it through this first lesson of functions for JavaScript, but we are going to continue the party from there. We're going to dive right in. We might finish this. We'll see. How many sections do they have? They've got 13 sections. That's not too bad. You know what? We might actually make it through this. We'll see. Onwards, right? From the top, introduction. Programming is simply a way to give instructions to the computer. In getting started, we learned about if-else statements. We want to keep learning ways to instruct the computer to perform repeatable tasks efficiently. Instructions. Let's briefly review. Use an if-else statement to check how fast you're driving. If speed is greater than 80, use console log to print slow down. Otherwise, else use console log to print drive safe. Duck, get a hint, in this case, blippity blip, blottity blue. Well, let's just take what they have and throw in. Well, it looks like they've done a lot of the work for us. They've got variable speed, 65. If speed, which is 65, is greater than 80, console log, blippity blue. Else, console log, blippity don't. Slow down, drive safe. That's basically it. There's not a whole lot more to that. Look at that green check mark. See? JavaScript. The joys of JavaScript. Introducing functions. Programming is similar to baking cakes. Seriously, imagine you're trying to teach your friend Jane how to bake many different types of cakes. Each cake takes in different ingredients, i.e. inputs, but the bake instructions are always the same. For example, preheat the oven at 300 degrees, mix all ingredients in a bowl, put contents into oven for 30 minutes, and the output will be a different cake each time. It is tedious to have to repeat to Jane the same bake instructions every time. What if we could just say bake and Jane would know to execute those steps? That is exactly what a function is. Gotcha. Instructions. 1. Line 3 declares the function and gives it a name. 2. Focus on line 4 and 5. Variable and console. Focus on line 4 and 5. The code within the curly braces is the code we want to use again and again. The bake instruction. 3. On line 4, line 4 declares a variable called val. Line 5 prints the value of that variable. 4. On line 8 through 11, we explain what calling a function means, all that fun stuff, and then on line 12, replace the 6 with any number. Press save and submit code. Do this a few times to see the beauty of functions. All you need to do is replace 6 on line 12 with any number you like, blah, blah, blah. This is what a function looks like. Variable, divide by 3, equals function, number, variable, value, number divided by 3, console log value. On line 12, we call the function by name. Here it's called divided by 3. We tell the computer what the number input is, i.e. 6. The computer then runs the code inside that function. Divide by 3, okay. So all we do is swap that out, do 12, spits out a 4. Let's do 26. Hey, Fixius. You know what? I struggled. Fixius. Pretty sure it's Fixius. I get like a thumbs up if I'm saying it right. Or another concerned cat face. Either one. Fixius. Fixius. Hard to tell. There's the hyphen at the end. That's the only thing I'm certain of. There's fix and a hyphen. You're gonna be fixed from now on. Fixie for short. I like that. Fixie works. That's fun. Hear that, little kitty? Fixie. She's sleeping. She doesn't care. Well, good times. Hopefully your nights or evening. You know what? Wherever you are on the planet, hopefully it's a great time of day. Wherever you is, right? So divide by 3. We were throwing in a number. We had 20, we had 12. Now we're going to do 27. What happens when, look at that, changed to 9. How cool is that? The function works, people. The function works. Okay, function syntax. A function takes in inputs, does something with them, and produces an output. Here's an example of a function. Variable, say hello, function name, console log hello plus name. 1. First we declare a function using variable, then give it a name, say hello. The name should begin with a lowercase letter, and the convention is to use lower camel case, where each word except the first begins with a capital letter. 2. Then we use the function keyword to tell the computer that you're making a function. 3. The code in the parentheses is called a parameter. It's a placeholder word that we give a specific value when we call the function. Click get stuck, get a hint, something about that, and good. 4. Write your block of reusable code between the curly braces. Every line of code in this block must end with a semicolon. Ah, the almighty semicolon. Yes. You can run this code by calling the function like this. Say hello, Emily. Speak, Emily, damn it. Calling this function will print out hello, Emily. Okay, instructions. On line 11, which is just down yonder, here. 11. Call the greeting function. Put in a name that you want the greeting function to include. We're going to do greeting. D. Fixie. No, we're gonna do Fixie. There you go. Look at that. Oh, we need to put it in quotes. We almost got carried away. Little kitty, that would have been very bad. The whole city would have gone up in flames. Save and submit. Great to see you, Fixie. Look at that. Even the computer's happy. Everyone's on board. Yay, Fixie. Next lesson. How does a function work? Let's break down exactly how a computer thinks when it sees the code for a function. Or when people start choking. Either way. Right. Breathing's overrated. When does a function work? No, how does a function work? Let's break down exactly how a computer thinks when it sees the code for a function. Variable, function name equals function, blah diddly blah. 0, 1. Variable keyword declares a variable named function name. 2, keyword. Function tells the computer that function name is a function and not something else. 3, parameters go into the parentheses. The computer will look out for it if the code for it in the code block. 4, the code block is the reusable code that is between the curly braces. Each line of code inside the curly braces must end with a semicolon. 5, the entire function ends with a semicolon. Use the function. We call the function just by typing the function name, putting a parameter value inside the parentheses after it. The computer will run the reusable code with the specific parameter value substituted into the code. We'll open the hint to move up the instructions. Let's make a function that tells the world what you want to eat. Declare your function, call it food demand. We are demanding food. What are we doing? We've got demand food and then hit a colon. And I think we've got a semicolon after. You can call the parameter anything you like, but we call it food because that is the thing that's going to change each time we call the function. Your reusable block of code, follow this. Surround it with the right brackets. The code you want to repeat is console log I want to eat plus blank plus food. Call the function, put it into specific food, hint. The parameter is basically what makes function useful, why you want to use your code over and over again, but you want to use the code with different inputs. Some examples below. 1, we had the bake function, call it, then we had the calculate function, great, and then the greet, and then something about food. Last hint, reusable block of code, end each line with a semicolon, blank diddly blank. We're going to go back to function syntax. We're going to steal theirs. Copy. Beautiful. Function. Stolen. Successful steal. Alright. We are going to go with variable, function name. We create our variable, give it a function name, equals food. No, equals something. Keyword function tells the computer that function name is a function, not something. Aha. So function. Parenthesize. This will be food. Console log is going to be all that fun down there. Semicolon included. Console log. I want a blah, blah diddly blah. End parenthesis. No, end bracket with semicolon. Food, 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 and then call the function. Function name. I want to eat blank food. do tacos. Yay, taco. Taco or tacos? I want to eat tacos. We're going to leave it at that. We'll get rid of you and run this. You did not declare food demand. Oh, is that? We need to call it food demand. My bad. My bad. Where did I get the other one from? Oh, that was the storyboard from above, which I could have just stole their code. Interesting. Instead of going back to lesson 3. Food demand. There we go. Look at that. Tacos. Stat. Tying it all together. Why is the code organized like it is on lines 2 through 5? Why is it organized? Nicely written function, badly written function with syntax errors. Because this looks stupid, and this is easily legible, right? The computer can understand the code without such spacing, but it makes editing a lot easier and is best practice. Do I have to put a semicolon at the end of each line of code in the reusable block and at the end of the entire function? Yes. At the end of each line of code, within the brackets and after the entire function, after the brackets, please put a semicolon. Semicolon acts like a period in a sentence. It helps the computer know where there are stopping points in the code. Instructions. A big part of programming is debugging. That just means figuring out what the heck went wrong with the code. Why didn't it run? Look at line 9. It has many syntax errors. See how lack of spacing makes debugging hard. Fix the function on line 9. Make sure the syntax is right. Make sure it looks nice. Call the greeting function once it's fixed. Don't forget to pass in a specific name. All right, let's get this sorted out. Greeting. What the f is going on? Looks like shit. So, copy variable function. I don't even know what that is. It's so hard to look at. Variable. Greeting. There we go. Variable greeting equals function name variable value equals, I don't know if we really need that bit. I think we could just jump straight to the console log. Yeah, quite possibly. Regardless, let's do console log semicolon and oh god. Oh god. Why are we? There's so many issues. 2. Name. Console log name blah blah blitty blah. Beautiful. Good. Name. Timmy. Is that gonna work? Holy look at that. I birthed a Timmy. Huh? Huh? Yeah. Pretty impressive. DRY, dry. Don't repeat yourself. The don't repeat yourself, dry principle is really important in programming. No repeating. Anytime you find yourself typing the same thing, but modifying only one small part, you can probably use a function. The small part that you find yourself modifying will be the parameter, and the part that you keep repeating will be the code in the reusable block, the code inside curly braces. You're creating a habit. Every week you buy 5 oranges, but orange prices keep changing. You want to declare a function that calculates the cost of buying 5 oranges, then want to calculate the cost of the 5 altogether. Write a function that does this called orange cost. It should take a parameter that is the cost of an orange, multiply it by 5. It should log the result of the multiplication of the console, call the function where the oranges each cost $5. What's the one bit of input that changes each time? It would be the price. So give your parameter the name, price. When you call your function, put in a number, the price, to see how much 5 oranges cost. Okay. So we're going to have variable price equals function I think we're going to have variable value equals something times 5 price times 5 console log price. No, that's something totally different. And yeah, we'll just throw in whatever, but it should give us red right now. Oh, orange cost. Is that what's going down? Let's see. You're creating a habit. Every week you buy 5 oranges, but orange prices keep changing. 1. You want to declare a function that calculates the cost of buying 5 oranges. So price times 5. Write a function that does this called orange cost. Copy. Orange cost. We've got orange cost function. It should take a parameter that is the cost of an orange and multiply it by 5. Log the result of multiplication to the console. Call the function. The oranges cost $5. One bit of input that changes each time would be the price. So give your parameter the name price, and when you call your function, put in the number of the price and see how much 5 oranges cost. The function is called orange cost. The variable no. Everything's a variable in Java. We're going to save and submit for now. Don't mind the red. Close. That's just to save the content. Tying it all together. Something about something somewhere. Copy. This should be very, very similar. So, we is for greeting. So we would be calling calculate. We'll be calling orange cost. No, little kitty, stay there. Sit. You stay. 21. Right? A little kitty. So variable calculate equals a function number. New variable value equals number times 10. Console log value, and we're going to be throwing into our calculate function 21. It runs through that, which is 21 times 10, and spits out the total into the console log under the value variable. So with that said, We've got our variable, orange cost. We have the function, which will be price. The variable value will be price times 5. Console log will be value. Right? There we go. That makes sense. How much does an orange cost? Well, you're a creature of habit. Every week you buy 5 oranges, but the prices keep changing. You want to declare a function that calculates the cost of buying 5 oranges. You then want to calculate the cost of all 5 together. Check, check, check. 3, write a function that does this called orange cost. Check again. 4, it should take a parameter that is the cost of an orange and multiply it by 5, which we have. 5, it should log the result of the multiplication to the console, which we've got. Call the function where oranges each cost. Whoa, they're each $5? Call the function where oranges each cost $5. Sweet baby, do you have $5 orange? Must be one hell of a friggin' orange. What is one bit of input that changes each time? It would be the price. So give your parameter the name price. And you call your function, put a number for price, and see how much 5 oranges cost. Well, if they want it to be a $5 orange, it's going to be $25. Who the fuck would buy a $5 orange? That's what I want to know. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, where is the beef? I think we're missing a semicolon. Looks like your orange cost function doesn't return 25 when the cost of an orange is 5. Oh, it's because we have it as a string value. And I do want to get rid of that. I should still have a syntax. Why doesn't it give me syntax? Beef. You know? What about when there's a semicolon there? How do you like that? Good, it still likes it. 25. Next. Don't mind me. Fun. Good to know. Okay, so back to reality. We made it a decent dent, you know? I mean, I think I'll probably be able to finish this out, but if I have to cut it short, so be it. Return keyword. Nice job. Now we can call a function. We don't always want to just print stuff. Sometimes we want to just... We want... Can't always get what you want. Especially when there's fur everywhere. Good lord. Okay, we're good. Nice job. Now, when we call a function, we don't always want to just print stuff. Sometimes we just want it to return a value. We can then use death. Speaking is difficult. We can then use that value, i.e. the output from the function in other code. Let's learn about the return keyword. Then we'll see how to use functions with an if-else statement in the next exercise. The return keyword simply gives the programmer back the value that comes out of the function. So the function runs, and when the return keyword is used, the function will immediately stop running and return the value. Instructions. In our example, we have a function called times2 that takes in a number and returns the number multiplied by 2. On line 7, after the equal sign, call the function times2, any parameter you want. Line 8 prints out the new number. Notice how the value we return from times2 is automatically assigned to the new number. Call the function, we just use the name of the function, and we put in the value for the number, e.g. times2, 8. Parameter is a number. We do the math with that parameter. Variable, times2, function, number, return number, times2. All times2 here. Variable, new number, 8. Console log, new number. I feel like I'm supposed to do something more. You can call the times2 function. Times do yeah, I'm not sure what they're trying to get out with line 7. On line 7, after the equal sign, call the function times2 with any parameter. Line 8 prints out the new number. Oh. So it is this. This is what we're supposed to be doing. That is rather clever. 8. 16. Look at that. So it's a function, and the variable is the function, and we're calling that, and it's running through, and it spits out. How cool. Oh, God. That's great. That's fun. I know these are all basic, but they foreshadow so much potential of what you could do, and I think that's so fascinating. Functions return an if-else. When we call a function, its return value is just the result of running the function. That value can then be used just like any other value in JavaScript. Look at the if statement starting on line 7. The if statement is checking whether the result of calling the function named quarter is divisible by 3. Instructions. Define a function called quarter, which has the parameter called number. This function returns a value equal to 1/4 of the parameter, i.e. number divided by 4. Call the function inside the if statement conditional and put in a parameter value such that the statement is true is printed to the console. This is a little tricky, so let's take it slow. In the code, brackets or braces in the function should be return number 4, right? Yeah, I was just going to do return divided by 4. On line 7, the if statement condition calls the function and needs you to put in the number value. Recall percent is the modulo. It gives you the remainder when one number is divided by another. 13 modulo 3 is 1. We want quarter some number that when divided by 3 has the remainder of 0. So I'm pretty sure if quarter. Hey, Topher, how you doing? Did you catch the live stream today at 5:30? It was better than yesterday, but still about the same. They went over arrays, for loops and arrays mostly. Did you finish your mini bootcamp homework for day 2? I have not. I did not. Let's do return. Don't mind me. Ah, kids had karate. Very fun. Okay. The, Kids had karate. Tons of fun. I am gonna try and power through this. Because I need to stop the stream, basically. It's pretty basic stuff. Yeah, it seemed pretty straightforward. Return number. Well, that's not a word. Number divided by 4. Oh, hold on. We jumped the gun. Define a function called quarter, which we have, which has a parameter called number, which we've got. This function returns a value equal to 1/4 of the parameter, number divided by 4. So it's returning number divided by 4. Call the function inside the if statement condition. So we'd be calling quarter, right? Yeah. Call the function inside the if statement condition and put a parameter value such that the statement is true is printed to the console. Here we go. Do. Quarter. D. 32? Hold the phone. Did I miss something? If blank. Oh, we need to establish the variable. Is that my issue? Oh, define quarter here. Yeah, that's why. Totally missing that. I was just focused on the iffiness of it all. Variable. Quarter. Equals function. What do we call it? Number. Now, do I need to have... I'm trying to think if I need to have an outer layer of brackets. Like so. I don't think I do. And I feel like there's a lot of extra space that they provided us here. Kinda confusing. I want to get rid of a lot of that. Something about something. On line 7 is a little tricky. Take it slow. The code in the curly braces in the function should be. Don't mind me. Okay, crises averted, mostly. Alright, we're back. Do 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 do. Okay. What were we struggling with? Where did we leave off? Something about variable quarter function number. I think it's just if. Variable quarter function. No, space. Let's see. So it is that. It does need the extra outer one. I even put them in, but I thought it looked dumb. Let's see what that does. So it's on the right path in general. Unexpected token return. It's calling order. Why are you returning in your if statement? Oh, well, it seemed like that's what they wanted, but I guess I totally misread their request. Hold on. Alright. One crisis after another. Okay, so why am I trying to get rid of, or why do I have return? Because it seemed when we call the function, its return value something or other, where was it? Define a function called quarter, which has a parameter number. This function returns a value equal to 1/4 of the parameter. I think that's where I was getting confused. So the function returns. So I was trying to put, oh, the function returns. Maybe I need to have return number up there. The way I was reading it was having return in there. Does that make sense? The body of the function should be return number 4. The if statement would be outside the function block. Okay. The quarter function should not have an if statement. Gotcha. So then I was just confused. So it's only number divided by 4, and then modulo 3 equals 0 for the if statement. So that's all fine. But returning number, where'd it go? Function returns a value equal Call the if function. Statement is true. Okay. So wait, that's it? Why? Hold on, don't mind the green check. There's a return somewhere. See, and they had return number 4. So I was trying to put return in a thing. I think I'm just confused from their instructions and their examples. I think it's a Codecademy thing again. It could be, it's probably my misunderstanding as well, but I feel like they were looking for like number and return, or return and number, because this is what I was envisioning, which they have in their hint, but when I read the instructions, function returns a value equal to blah, I was envisioning this. So that's why I had return in here. Clearly that's not correct. But I feel like return and number, I feel like I needed return somewhere. So that's why I was confused. And also, let me get rid of, let's see. Yes, problem with syntax. Okay, so that is needed there. The outer braces. See, and I don't know why it gives me that. I just find that so strange. Go for reset code. There we go. Oh god, oh god, oh god, why? Why is it giving me 35 options? Reset. Okay, so that's reset. That's good. From the top. Functions, return and if else. When we call a function, its return value is just the result from running a function. And that value can then be used like any other value in JavaScript. Look at the if statement starting on line 7. If statement starting on line 7. The if statement is checking whether the result of calling the function named quarter is divisible by 3. Okay. It's checking if it's divisible, or yeah, modulo 3. Define a function called quarter, which has the parameter called number. This function returns a value equal to 1/4 of the parameter, i.e. number divided by 4, right? So that's what we were thinking. The code you wrote is technically correct in that it gets the right answer, but it's not well written. On line 2, variable quarter equals function number return number divided by 4. Oh, is that, so that's all that was really needed? And then there's the if statement? Interesting. That makes so much more sense. Huh. Fascinating. Okay. Then pass a number into the quarter function. Then pass a number into the quarter function call on line 7. An actual number, like a numeric value, or number the variable, like I had before. I'm going to type out that variable order equals function number return number divided by 4, semicolon. If blank is, we'll do 32 again. And then we'll call it quarter. So if I'm putting in an actual number there, if I run it, don't I still, okay, so I do need to call the function. Good. I need to call quarter still. Quarter. No need to call the function again? So did you remember to call quarter inside the if statement with a value that would cause it to print the statement is true? It's being called in your if statement already. Aha, if quarter is blank. So the statement is false. Oh, the statement is false. So we just need to choose we just need to give it a value that would cause it to print the statement as true. So wait, okay. I had confused myself with 32 again because I was trying to cram in a number that could be divisible by 4 when I had copy. And then when I was calling quarter down here with 32, I was trying to think of a number that could be divisible by 4 and then still be divisible by 3 and have nothing left over. So I was trying to do it large enough. When I first saw 4 and 3, I was thinking 12, but that was before I got extremely confused. Everything is better now. Topher fixed it. Okay. Did we put everything back in order? All is well, all is good. Save and submit. Green check mark. Beautiful. Thank God. So the quarter function would return 3 because 12 divided by 4 is 3, and yes, 3. 3 modulo 3 still has 0 remainder. Tons of fun. Okay. Don't mind me. Today was going to be a shorter stream, and I think we're actually going to call it quits here. An odd place to stop, but nevertheless, well, it's not terrible. We made it to the last section, but this will be good because tomorrow is going to be a shorter section anyways. Usually the second lessons are 10 or less, so today will be 8, and then plus 5 sections on top of tomorrow's 8. It'll come out to about the same. It'll be better balanced. Although, what do they have to say now? Function with 2 parameters. So far, we know this is a sand pit. We're gonna get stuck in here. So hard to stop, though. So far, we've only looked at functions with 1 parameter, but it's often useful to write functions with more than 1 parameter. For example, we can have the following function: variable area box equals function length width. Return length times width. With more than 1 parameter, we can create more useful functions. Call a function with more than 1 parameter, just enter a value each parameter in the parentheses. For example, area box 3 and 9 would return an area with the box length 3, width 9. That seems fairly straightforward. Create a function called perimeter box. You have 2, 1 formula, blah blah blah, call the function. Alright. Sounds fun, sounds straightforward, especially since they kind of gave us everything we need there. But, regardless, I'm going to put that off till tomorrow. In the meantime, we will back out. Topher, your lifesaver. I've been stuck there forever. A pit of my own confusion. Fortunately, you were here to pull me out. 871 points, concluding day 73 and 117 badges. Nice, nice. We are backing out. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Hopefully karate was eventful as well for the little ones. And yeah, hey, it's little kitty. Oh, she's good. She is good. Very nice. Awesome. Alright, we are backing out of here. Stopping the stream. You sure you want to stop? Hell yeah. Kill it.